Welcome to the first episode of the Social Worker Tiny Podcast, where we discuss social worker related subjects. On this entry, we will be exploring the social learning theory proposed by Albert Bandura, which suggests that people learn from observing other behaviors, attitudes, and outcomes of those behaviors. It emphasizes the importance of social interactions, and modeling in shaping individual behaviors, beliefs, and attitudes. The influential figure here is Albert Bandura. His work has had a significant impact on psychology, education, and therapy. Albert Bandura is a renowned psychologist known for his development of social learning theory. Focused his research on understanding how children acquire behaviors from others. His studies reveal that children engage in observational learning, where they imitate actions they have observed in others. Albert Bandura was born in Poland in 1924, and he obtained his PhD in Harvard University in 1954, specializing in social psychology. His seminal work, Social Learning Theory, was published in 1977, and it remains being one of the most notable contributions to the field of social work. His research, particularly the bubble doll experiments, demonstrates the role of observational learning in aggression, which we will further explore shortly. According to the descriptive aspect of the social learning theory, people's problems, behaviors, attitudes are largely influenced by the social environment they are exposed to. This theory proposes that individuals learn not only through direct reinforcement like reward and punishment, but also by observing other people, particularly significant figures such as parents, peers, and media personalities. For example, if a child observes their parents engaging in aggressive behavior, they may imitate that behavior. Similarly, if they see someone being rewarded for a certain behavior, they are more likely to adopt it. The prescriptive aspect of the social learning theory focuses on the interventions to help individuals overcome problems or maladaptive behaviors. It suggests that behavior change can occur through various mechanisms, including modeling, reinforcement, and cognitive process. Therapeutic interventions based on this theory often involve modeling positive behaviors, providing opportunities for observational learning, and offering reinforcement for desired behavior. For instance, in therapy, clients may be encouraged to observe and mimic healthier behaviors demonstrated by the therapist or through role-playing exercises. Additionally, therapists may utilize techniques such as positive reinforcements to strengthen the desired behavior and cognitive restructuring to challenge and modify maladaptive beliefs. There are four common components to the social learning theory. The observational learning, which means that the learning happens through observing. The modeling, which means that the learning happens when the behavior is being imitated, or other people's behavior is being imitated. There is the reinforcement, which can be both positive with rewards or negative by punishing consequences that influence behavior. And then there is the cognitive process, which is the internal mental process such as attention, memory, and motivation that mediate learning and behavior change. To talk about research, we could go and talk about many research made on this subject, but I believe that we need to touch the Bandura's bubble doll experiment. The bubble doll experiment is a classic study in psychology that demonstrated the concept of social learning theory. Conducted in 1961, the study aimed to investigate how children learn aggression through observation and imitation of adult behavior. The way which Albert Bandura and his colleagues managed this experiment was by gathering a group of preschool-age children and divided them in three groups. The first group of children observed an adult model who displayed aggressive behavior towards a bubble doll, such as hitting, kicking, and shouting at it. The second group of children observed a non-aggressive adult model who ignored the bubble doll and quietly play with other dolls. And then the third group was served as a control group, which did not observe any adult interacting with the bubble doll. During the observation phase, children were then individually taken into a room containing toys, including the bubble doll, and were they allowed to play for a short period of time while researchers observed their behavior through a one-way mirror. The findings were that the children that observed another adult or another model behave violently towards the bubble doll showed an increase or more aggressive behavior towards that toy than the children that were not exposed to this behavior. The children that were not exposed to this behavior, they showed significantly less aggressive behavior towards the bubble doll. This experiment provided empirical evidence for the social learning theory, which suggests that individuals learn behaviors through observation, imitation, and modeling. The study highlighted the powerful influence of role models and the media in shaping children's behavior, particularly in the context of aggression. It also underscores the importance of considering social factors in understanding human behavior. Overall, Bandura's bubble doll experiment remains a landmark study in psychology, shedding light on the mechanisms of social learning and the role of observational learning in shaping behavior. To talk about the therapeutic relationship of the social learning theory and the social work environment, in therapy, the therapist indirectly addresses the therapeutic relationship by showing and encouraging positive behaviors. The therapist acts as a good example for healthy behaviors and creates a supportive atmosphere for clients to learn and try out new skills. The strength of the relationship between the therapist and the client can affect how well interventions work based on social learning theory. Clients are more likely to participate and learn from a therapist they trust and admire. However, unlike other types of therapy, like person-centered therapy, social learning theory doesn't focus heavily on the therapeutic relationship itself. The social learning theory is important in social work because it helps us understand how people pick up behaviors by watching others and interacting with their surroundings. Here's how the theory fits within the realm of the social work and whether it's considered a good fit. Considering behavior change. Social workers often aim to facilitate positive behavior change in individuals and communities. Social learning theory provides insight into how behaviors are learned and can be modified through observation and reinforcement. By understanding the social context and modeling positive behaviors, social workers can help clients develop new skills and coping mechanisms. Social learning theory suggests that individuals learn not only through their own experiences but also by observing others. Social workers can leverage this understanding to design intervention strategies that incorporate modeling and observing learning. For example, group therapy sessions or peer support groups can provide opportunities for clients to observe and learn from others who have successfully overcome their challenges. Social learning theory emphasizes the role of social reinforcement and support in shaping behaviors. Social workers can work to create supportive environments that foster positive behaviors and provide encouragement and reinforcement for desired changes. Empowering clients to build strong social support networks can enhance their ability to adopt and maintain healthy behaviors. Social learning theory acknowledges the influence of cultural social norms on behavior. Social workers need to consider cultural factors when designing interventions and understand how cultural beliefs and values may impact clients' learning and behavior change processes. And let's talk about the critiques and limitations, because while the social learning theory offers valuable insight, it's not without critiques and limitations. Some argue that it may oversimplify the complexities of human behavior and overlook individual differences and internal factors. Now, the question is, would I use this theory? Why? Why not? Well, as a social worker myself, I do believe in the social learning theory, and although I didn't realize I was using this theory until I researched more on it, I already do put it in practice in the field. My intention to model positive behavior begins from my own presentation and behavior in front of the clients. I actively use positive and negative reinforcement to stimulate good behavior and decrease the negative one. In conclusion, social learning theory provides a useful framework for understanding behavior change and designing intervention strategies in social work practice. It emphasizes on observation, modeling, and social reinforcement aligns with many core principles of social work, such as empowerment, social support, and cultural sensitivity. However, it's essential for social workers to recognize the theory's limitations and adapt its principle to suit the unique needs or circumstances of their clients. And that is our time for now. We have gone a little bit over, but it was worth it. I hope you enjoyed this entry, and maybe we'll be back.